episode 2 of Healthy Happy Soul TV. I am so pumped to be back after being under the weather for the last couple of weeks, and I literally had no voice. I am buzzing. I am ready to share what's on my heart. I got my cup of tea ready, so let's just launch straight into it. Today we're going to be talking about the idea and the importance of creating a framework. And I really believe that creating a framework is so crucial for creating a healthy, happy, soulful foundation for doing life. So a few weeks ago, I listened to a message by Dr. A.R. Bernard, and he shared this idea of framework. And so today I just wanted to share a couple of those things with you and then apply it to health and wellness. His main idea was that there is no new truth. There's no new truth. And then he went on to say that God only shines new light on existing truth at different points in history based on humanity's needs and maturity and things like that. So the Bible, it's our handbook of truth, or at least it's my handbook that I use. You know, it's my go-to for living my best life and enjoying wellness in all areas of life. And so I really believe that people are just seeking truth. They just want to know what's true, what's real, what can I trust, what can I have faith in. So to reference Dr. Bernard, he shared that people extract a message from truth and then they share this. And messages are amazing. They can be so powerful. You know, they can inspire, they can influence, they can change culture, but a message can be taken to the extreme. And so what I mean by that is that if we look at the whole of life through that little lens, you know, and we twist all other bits of information to support that one piece of truth, then the message can end up in error. And that can be really, really dangerous. So the difference to this is framework. You know, so that a message is narrow in its approach, it focuses every bit of information around that one piece of truth. But a framework has a broad perspective. It looks at something from all angles. It wants to know the full picture. It wants to create context and just, you know, see things from all angles. So to keep it health and wellness relevant, I thought we'd just touch on approaches to eating. You know, and I'm going to bomb this target in more depth in coming episodes, but I just wanted to illustrate what I mean in relation to health and fitness. So veganism, you know, paleo, I quit sugar, they're all really strong messages at the moment. And they all state that they're the only way to eat, or they're the best way to eat. But if you looked at all the approaches to eating, you know, and they all say they're the best, they're the only way to eat, and you try and make sense of it, your brain, you know, might blow a microchip. It might be overwhelmed. There's just, you know, so much going on. Because they can't all be right, can they? Well, yes and no. You know, at the core, each of these messages contains an element of truth. You know, so reducing our refined sugar intake is great. Eating whole foods is great. But they've taken that one piece of truth to the extreme, you know, and so they run the risk of being in error. Because they're mass marketing a message that in essence is pushing cutting out whole food groups. And I believe that could be dangerous. So I'm just wanting to challenge you, I guess, to consider, you know, are they truth or are they in error? Have they taken that message to the extreme and ended up in error? And I just want to highlight what I'm sort of sharing on just with the verse in Ecclesiastes. So this is in Ecclesiastes 7 verses 18. And I'm going to read it from both the NIV version and the Message translation today. So in the NIV it says, "The man who fears God will avoid all extremes." The man who fears God will avoid all extremes. And in the Message version it says, "It's best to stay in touch with both sides of an issue. A person who fears God deals responsibly with all of reality, not just a piece of it." And so really what this verse is saying here, you know, to me, is that it's so important to have a balance, to have a broad perspective, to have context, to have a framework, to be, you know, not just so focused on one piece, but to looking at everything, you know, all angles, all together, getting wisdom and depth and context. And so I'm really super passionate. I'm wanting to share this right at the launch of Healthy Happy Soul TV because I believe it is crucial for laying a foundation for where we're heading. You know, it's my desire to create and share a healthy, happy, soulful framework with you. When I share, I want it to be from a broad perspective. I want to have really got a complete picture of what I'm sharing so I can offer a balanced view. But the thing with framework is that it's always expanding. So I've committed to learning, to always be pursuing truth. I'm pursuing truth. I want to know what's God's heart for our health and wellness. And so to sum up quickly from today, number one, there is no new truth. there is only new light on existing truth. Number 2, a message taken to the extreme runs the risk of being an error. And number 3, my encouragement to you today, create a framework. Commit and be willing to learn, be brave enough to be challenged, to expand your perspective. And just be committed to just, wanting to know more, to being hungry, to not just being so focused on one idea or one way of doing things, but to be committed to learning and expanding your framework, your idea, your perspective. So what did you think? I'd really love to know your thoughts. Make sure you comment below, or if you're a bit shy, you can send me a private message. If this episode today really, impacted you, please share it. I really need your help to get this message out there of framework. Tag someone, comment, share it. And if you don't want to miss any episodes of Healthy Happy Soul TV, make sure you subscribe. So that's all from me for this week. I hope this, thinking sort of has challenged you, and you're going to go away and really think about, framework and how does that work for you. Have an amazing day. Have an amazing week until I see you soon. Go get them. Catch you later. Bye.